my dear students in 4th primary. Welcome to a new lesson in math. In the past lessons, we learned the components of division and how identifying patterns can help us when dividing. That being so, we are now ready to learn some strategies that will help us answer division problems in today's lesson, lesson 12 of unit 7. Its name is the area model and division. We will learn about the first strategy, which is the area model. We will use it to represent the division problems and solve them. But let's first refresh our minds and answer some simple mathematical operations in the access part in page 308 in your school book, which is called the target number. Let's see it all together. Okay, here in the target number activity, if I gave you a group of numbers and I asked you to use addition or subtraction or multiplication or division to create a specific number, like 40 with 2 and 20. Let's see. Now if you have 40 with 2 with 20. How can we use the mathematical operations with these numbers عشان to form number 100? Now let's think together. طيب ممكن نقول that we will multiply 40 times 2 to get 80 like I do here. The target number is 100. So ممكن أعمل 40 times 2 to get 80 وبعدين هعمل إيه؟ I will add 20 to the 80 to get what? To get the target number which is 100. Okay, طيب what if we have the numbers 5 and 5 and 30? لو عندك numbers 5 and 5 and 30 like you see here. طيب and your target number is 20. Can you do it? طيب now I'll give you some time to think and then we can find out the answer all together. And now after we are back, let's see what I thought of to solve this problem. After giving it much thought, we will notice that if we add 5 plus 5, لو عملت 5 plus 5 the answer will be what? تعالوا نشوف كده. 5 plus 5 equals, of course, 10, right? طيب, then what should I do? Yes, we are asked to create number 20, right? This is the target number. طيب, يبقى the number we have not used yet is what? 30. أنا عملت 5 plus 5 gives me 20 ولسه gives me 10 ولسه ما استخدمتش 30. Then what should I do? Yes, I can subtract 10 from the 30 to get 20, which is the target number. ممكن أعملها بطريقة تانية. أعمل إيه? I can subtract 5 from 30, like you see here. 5, 30 minus 5. 30 minus 5 gives me what? Yes, 30 minus 5 gives me 25. طيب دلوقتي أنا target number بتاعي 20. So what should I do? I will subtract another 5 from 25. يبقى هعمل تاني 25 minus 5 to get 20, which is the target number. Now you can play this game with your friends in the class and think of how many numbers you can create using the mathematical operations. And after refreshing our minds together, let's head to the build part and learn about the area model and the division strategy. Let's see it all together. Here, as you see, this is the build part. Now, let's start together to do problem number 1. Let's do it on the board. Okay, here problem number 1 says that an organization denoted اتبرعت ب 89 books to a school and the books will be shared هتتوزع among 6 classrooms. How many books will each classroom get? كل classroom هياخد books قد إيه؟ From our reading the problem and understanding the meaning of book distribution. لما قال book distribution يعني هوزع البوك. That means we will do it by using what? Yes, of course, division. So we will divide the big number 89 by 6, right? يبقى we should do 89 divided by 6. Okay, and as we know that 89 is the dividend and the 6 is the divisor. If you want to divide 89 by 6, ممكن حد يقول that each class will take 10 books. ممكن حد يقول لي that each class will take 10 books, right? Okay, طيب if you multiply 10 by 6 we get what? If I make 10 times 6, the answer will be 60, right? So If someone else estimated that each class would require 15 books, طب لو حد فكر إن كل كلاس هياخد 15 books. So 6 times 15 gives me what? Gives me 90, right? Okay, as you see here, 90 is close to 89, but it is bigger than the number of books we have. 90 دي أكبر من عدد البوكس اللي أنا already عندي اللي هم 89. So let's learn how to use the area model strategy. From this problem, we know that the dividend is 89, the divisor is 6. طيب, in the first step, we'll draw what? Yes, as you know, the area model, we should draw the rectangle. Let's draw it all together. So I will start to draw my rectangle like this. And then what should I do? Yes, the number of the divisor is 6, so I will write 6 here, right? Then what should I do? Yes, like we said, we can distribute 10 books among each class. احنا قلنا كل class ممكن ياخد 10 books. طيب, so what should I do now? I will write inside the rectangle 6 times 10. Let's do it. 6 times 10. The answer will be what? Of course, 6 times 10 equals 60. And draw a vertical line. زي ما كنا بنعملها. I will draw vertical line like this. And write the 10 under the part. 6 times 10 equals 60. So I will write 10 here in this part. Okay? Then what should I do? Now I distributed 60 books out of 89. هو مش النمبر كله كان 89. طيب أنا وزعت منهم 60 books, right? Then, so I will subtract 60 from 89. يبقى هعمل 89 minus 60. The answer will be what? 89 minus 60. يبقى أنا عندي لسه remaining books 29 books. So I will write it here. يبقى أنا قسمت كده ال 89 into 60 and 29. Then the next step is what? يبقى أنا عايزة أوزع 29 books among 6 classes. Now, could you think of giving each class 5 books? طيب لو عملت 5 times 6 we will get what? We will get 30. So 30 is bigger than 29. يبقى I cannot use this number. هعمل إيه؟ هختار number less than 5, which is what? Yes, 4. So if I write it in the second part, 4 times 6 gives me what? Of course, 4 times 6 gives me 24, which is less than 29. تعالوا نكتبها. يبقى 6 times 4 equals 24. Then what should I do? I will write 4 under that part like you see here. يبقى 4 in this part. طيب, and then what should I do? I will subtract 24 from 29. من البوكس اللي كانوا عندي 29 ووزعت منهم 24 only. So 29 minus 24 gives me what? We have 5 books left. But 29, 24 plus 5. Okay, so 5 books is the remainder. Okay, we will write it under the rectangle. So I have here 10 and 4, and the remainder will be 5. Okay, make sure that the remainder must be less than the divisor. Okay, so 5 less than 6, which is the divisor. So the answer of this problem is what? The answer of this problem, I will add these parts or these numbers. The answer will be 10 plus 4, right? 10 plus 4 equals what? 14 only. Take care equals 14, and I have remainder 5. So the answer is 14 and remainder 5. So each class will take 14 books. كل class هياخد 14 books وهيبقى عندي remainder 5 books left. Now we will notice in the area model and division strategy, we decompose the dividend, which is 89 قسمناه into, yes, 60 plus 24 plus 5. Now let's move to problem number 2 on the same page 309 to make sure we have understood the steps we took. From reading problem number 2, we know that our friend Rashida saved 545 LE to buy a toy car. She did this by saving 5 LE every day. كل يوم بتحوش 5 LE. She worked doing simple tasks. How many days هي محتاجة days قد إيه to work to save enough money to buy this toy car? Okay, from our understanding, we know that we need to divide 545 by 5. تعالوا نعملها مع بعض. Yalla, let's start to solve problem number 2 all together. Here I want to divide 545 divided by 5. 545 divided by 5. Okay. Now, the dividend is 545 and the divisor is 5. Now, let's think all together in the same way we did in the previous problem. Of course, we need to divide the biggest number, 545, by 5. طيب ممكن حد يقول لي that we multiply 100 times 5 will get 500. And this is correct. So let's draw the rectangle. I will draw the rectangle of the area model like this. Then what should I do? I will write 5 on the left. This 5, I write it here. And what should I do? I will write 5 times 100. 5 times 100 equals what? 5 times 100 equals 500. Right? So I'll put 100 here, like you see. Don't forget to write the 100 under the rectangle and draw this vertical line. Now to identify the remainder, عشان أحدد the remainder هعمل إيه؟ Yes, of course, I will subtract 500 from 545. أنا كده عندي 545. I will subtract from it 500. The remainder is what? Of course, 45 left. يبقى 545 equals 545. Then what should I do? Of course, most of us will say that 45 equals 5 times 9. هي مش 45 equals 5 times 9? So let's write it here. 5 times 9 equals 45. And then what should I do? Yes, I will write this 9 in this space. Then what should I do? Yes, يبقى here I have 109. Just like that, we have now divided the entire number and the quotient is 100 plus 9. يبقى الquotient بتاعي 100 plus 9. The answer will be 109, as you see here. طيب, so Rashida needs now to work 109 days to afford the toy car. And now we have no remainder here. طيب, as you can see that we decomposed 545 into what? Into 500 plus 45, right? Okay, and now let's move to problem number 3. Problem number 3 says that our friend Amir bought a book that has 92 stickers. He wanted to give them to 4 of his friends. We want to know the number of stickers each of his friend will get. عايز أعرف النمبر of sticker كل واحد من الفريند بتوعه هياخد قد إيه. From reading the problem, we understand that Amir wants to distribute يوزع his stickers among 4 of his friends. So let's do it all together. Okay. Now let's solve it all together. يبقى what should I do? Of course, I will divide the 92 divided by 4. Let's write it. 92 divided by 4. Okay, the first step, of course, I will draw my rectangle. As you see here, I will draw my rectangle and put 4 in this side. Then, what should I do? Yes, I will multiply 4. ممكن حد يقول لي that repeating 4 10 times to get 40, right? That's very good as long as the answer is less than the dividend, which is 92. تعالوا نكتبها بقى مع بعض. 4 times 10 equals 40. 4 times 10 equals 40. Okay? ما دام 40 less than 92 يبقى it is right. Now, as we wrote here, 4 times 10 equals 40, we will write the 10 in this part and draw here my vertical line. Then, what should I do? Yes, we need to find the remainder, right? هعمل إيه؟ We will subtract 40 from 92. أنا عندي number كله 92 و here 40, so I will make 92 minus 40. Here 92 minus 40 gives me what? Yes, the remainder will be 52. يبقى remainder عندي 52. Then, what should I do? 52 is also bigger than 40. يبقى ممكن أعمل نفس الستيب اللي أنا عملتها the first time. هعمل إيه؟ هعمل تاني 4 times 10. تعالوا نعملها. 4 times 10 equals 40. Right? Then what should I do? I will write this 10 in this part. Okay. Then we will subtract 40 from 52. 52, I will subtract from it 40. The answer will be what? يبقى لسه عندي 12 remaining, right? So what should I do? Yes, I can divide 12 by 4 to get 3. هو مش 3 times 4 equals 12؟ تعالوا نعملها في الاريا موديل بتاعتي. يبقى هعمل again 4 times 3 equals 12 and I will write 3 in this part. Here I have 10, another 10 and 3. Okay, يبقى what is my answer? Yes, I will add all these parts to find the answer. يبقى my answer is 10 plus 10 plus 3 equals 23 and this is my answer. That is the number of the stickers each of Amir's friends will take. Each one will take 23 stickers. And now let's see how we will make use of what we have learned from the last problems we solved in the Connect part on page 309 in your school book. Let's see it all together. Here, as you see in the Connect part, we want to distribute 492 cars among 4 parking. عايزة أوزع 492 among 4 parking lots at the stadium. And find the number of cars in each lot using what we have learned in the last problem. I'll give you some time to think of the answer, then we will get back. After you have finished, let's review our answer all together. Of course, from reading the problem, we understood that we should divide 492 by 4. نعمل 492 divided by 4. We will notice that it is the same as the last problem. تعالوا كده نفتكر the last problem. As you see here, طيب, with the addition of 400. Last problem كانت 92. I distributed among 4. الفرق هنا in في 400, right? طيب, let's draw the rectangle. But before drawing the rectangle, تعالوا نفتكر الانسر بتاع problem number 3. Here's the area model. كنا عملنا ايه؟ كنا عملنا 4 times 10 equals 40. وعملنا another 4 times 10 equals 40. And then what should I do? Yes, 4 times 3 equals 12. يبقى here 10 plus 10 plus 3. Right? The answer was 23. طيب, this will be the same, but I will add 400. تعالوا نرسم the same area model like this. Here, I will make it 4 parts like you see. هعمل 4 times 10 equals 40. Like the problem number 3, 4 times 10 equals 40. And the last one, 4 times 3 equals 12. طيب, what about the first part? The first part is the 400. يبقى هعمل 4 times 100 equals 400. Here in the first part, I will put the 100. The second part, here I'll put 10. Third part, another 10. The fourth part, I will put 3. So, what is the answer? I will add all these numbers to get 123, and this is my answer. So, this is the number of cars in each parking lot. And after learning the steps of the area model strategy in division, let's build our understanding through the practice part on page 310 in your school book. We have answered problems similar to the first 3 in the practice part. Let's see first the practice part. Okay, the first 3, you can solve it alone. Now you can answer them on your own. And let's now end our lesson by answering problem number 4. Here's problem number 4, as you see. We want to divide 455 by 4. تعالوا نعملها مع بعض. So the dividend here is 455 and the divisor is 4. So I will divide 455 divided by 4. Just like we have learned, we think of division. As you can say, you are going to divide the 4 in the 100 place. يعني 400. So, what is the number when multiplied by 4 gives me 400? Right, 100 times 4 gives me 400. So, let's draw the rectangle all together. Here is the rectangle of the area model. And then what should I do? Yes, I will write here 4, which is the divisor, right? Then I will write 4 times 100 equals 400. I will write it here. 4 times 100 equals 400. Then what should I do? Of course, I will write this 100 in the first part and draw my vertical line. And then the second part, what should I do? Now I want to know what will be left to the dividend. So هعمل ايه? I will subtract ال 400 from 455. يبقى أنا عندي دلوقتي 455. I will subtract 400 from 455. So the answer or the number which is left is 55, right? يبقى 455 هقسمها ل 400 plus 55. Then what should I do? Yes, now I want to divide 55 by 4. I am sure you have noticed that we will divide ال 5 in the tens place. طب ده معناه ايه؟ ده معناه ان انا عايزه اشوف هي 4 او multiple of 4 very close to 50 and less than 50. Like what? Yes, like 40. طيب هي 44 times what gives me 40? Of course, 4 times 10 gives me 40. So in the second part, I will write here 10. Then what should I do? Yes, after here I have the first part 100, the second part 10. Then what should I do? I will subtract 40 from 55. يعني دلوقتي أنا قسمت ال 55 into 40 and another number. To know the remainder, هعمل 55 minus 40 gives me what? Gives me 15. And this is the number left. Then what should I do? دلوقتي أنا عايزة أعمل ال 15 divided 4. عايزة أعرف multiple of 4 very close to 15 but it must be less than 15. طيب ممكن حد يقول 16 because 4 فعلا هي 4 times 4 gives me 16 بس ينفع أعمل 16؟ No, I can't use 16 because it is bigger than 15. عايزة number smaller than 15. So, what should I do? I will think of multiple less than 15. Multiple of 4 less than 15. Yes, I got 20. 20 is a multiple of 4 and less than 15. So, ask yourself, here 4 times what gives me 12? Yes, 4 times 3 gives me 12. تعالوا نكتبها هنا. يبقى 4 times 3 equals 12. Right? Then I will write 3 under the rectangle in this part. طب أنا كده خلصت؟ No, I didn't finish yet. Don't forget to subtract the 12 from the 15. هو النمبر عندي 15 and not 12. يبقى لسه هعمل تاني 15 minus 12. So, how many left? Yes, I have number 3 left. يبقى أنا عندي هنا remainder 3. طيب, so what is my answer? Now the quotient or my answer is what? I will add all these parts. يبقى هعمل 100 plus 10 plus 3 and the remainder 3. 100 plus 10 plus 3 equals what? 100 plus 10 plus 3 equals 113. And don't forget to put that I have remainder 3. Now I want you to solve the rest of the problems because the more you practice, the easier and faster you will be able to answer. The most important thing when answering problems is to always think of the multiple of the divisor close to the dividend, بس لازم يكون less than this number. By the end of our lesson, we have learned the area model strategy to answer the division problems. In the upcoming lessons, we will learn more and more about ways and strategies that will help us solve division problems. Now you can improve your skills in division using the strategy we have learned today in heading to check your understanding by scanning the code shown here or at the beginning of our lesson. Thank you so much for your watching and see you soon.